So, you know how the AI world feels right now? Kind of like a total mess, right? You've got all these amazing tools, but it feels like none of them can actually talk to each other. Every app, every AI model, every data source, it's like they all need their own special, custom-built bridge just to connect. Well, what if there was a single universal plug to connect everything? That's exactly what we're going to dive into.
Okay, so this slide just lays it all out, plain and simple. On the left, that's the world we've all been living in. I mean, look at it. It's an absolute integration mess. A tangled nightmare of custom connections that break if you so much as look at them funny. Seriously, it's a developer's headache. But then, look to the right. That's the future that MCP is building. Clean, simple. One single open protocol that lets any tool connect to any model. It's the difference between chaos and, well, sanity.
All right, so let's really dig into this integration mess. I mean, why has it been so incredibly difficult to get AI to interact with, the real world, with our files, our apps, our data?
And this is what that pain actually looks like. Before MCP, developers were basically reinventing the wheel every single time. You want to connect your AI to Slack? Cool, that's one custom job. Now GitHub? That's another. Now your internal database? Yep, you guessed it, start from scratch again. Each connection was this brittle, handcrafted thing, and the more tools you added, the whole system just got scarier and more likely to fall apart.
But okay, enough of the doom and gloom, because now we have a solution that just cuts right through that complexity. It's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. And honestly, this title says it all. The USB-C for AI. It's that one beautiful universal standard we've all been waiting for.
And listen, this isn't some niche idea that a few people are excited about. No way. Check out this timeline. Anthropic kicks it off in late 2024. Then bam, a few months later, OpenAI is on board. Then Google DeepMind. Then Microsoft. We're talking about the biggest names in AI all jumping on the same bandwagon in like 6 months? The speed of this adoption is just insane.
So let's get a little formal for a second. What is MCP really? At its core, it's just an open set of rules, a protocol that lets any system give an AI model the context it needs to understand what's going on. In simple terms, it's a universal language. Instead of needing 100 different translators for every tool, the AI now just needs to speak one language, MCP.
And we're back to this fantastic quote from Ars Technica. It just hits the nail on the head. Calling it the USB-C for AI is perfect because it's more than just a piece of tech. Think about it. It's the thing that's actually getting these huge, fierce rivals to all sit down at the same table and agree on something. That's a huge deal.
Okay, so we get the what. Now for the fun part. What does this thing actually unlock? What can we really do with it? Let's get into the cool stuff.
For anyone who codes, this is an absolute game changer. Your IDE, your code editor, it stops being just a place where you type, it becomes your command center. Thanks to MCP, your AI assistant can now reach out and talk directly to tools like GitHub. It can run tests for you, it can help you debug by looking at live data, it can even manage your pull requests. You never have to switch windows. It's all just there.
And that leads to this really wild idea. Any app can basically become an everything app. Your code editor could suddenly start acting like a Slack client, or an email program, or even an AI image generator. All it has to do is connect to the right MCCP server. The old lines between what an app is supposed to do, they just start to melt away.
And you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great for developers, but it's so much bigger than that. Look at this. We're seeing these amazing new creative workflows. You have people who've never touched a complex program like Blender in their life. Now they can just type, create a 3D model of a futuristic car, and an MCP server does all the heavy lifting, talking to Blender to make it happen. It's incredible.
So, as you can probably guess, this whole ecosystem is just exploding. It's popping up everywhere. Big companies are using it to let their AIs safely access internal data. The finance world is hooking it up directly to payment APIs. Web developers are using it to have AI directly interact with live websites. Even academics are using it for smarter research. It's everywhere. Okay, but with all this incredible power, with all this explosive growth, there's always a catch, right? And this is a big one. This new, super connected world, well, it's also kind of like the Wild West. And with that comes some pretty significant security dangers. This table here does a great job of showing how risk can pop up at literally every stage. When you're first setting a tool up, fake installers can sneak in malicious code. When you're actually using it, a fake tool named something innocent like send_email could be stealing your information. Even when you're just doing an update, you could accidentally roll back to an old version that has a known security hole. It's a minefield.
And we really need to be aware of these specific threats. We're talking about things like tool name hijacking, where a bad actor tricks your AI with a convincing-looking fake tool. Or even sandbox escapes. That's a scary one. It's where a malicious tool breaks out of its little digital cage and gets access to your actual computer. Yeah, it's a whole new and dangerous frontier for security.
So this all brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Is this whole thing a massive new gold rush or a security nightmare waiting to happen? And honestly, the answer right now is, well, it's kind of both. But the story doesn't just end with, oh no, it's dangerous. The really great news is that the AI community isn't ignoring this. They are all over it, working hard to build a safer, more robust future for MCSP.
And this isn't just wishful thinking. They're taking real, concrete steps. First, they're creating official registries. Think of it like a trusted app store for these MCP tools, so you know what you're getting is legit. They're also standardizing authentication, building better security and sandboxing tools, and creating clear naming rules to stop those impersonation tricks. And what's so encouraging is that the big players are actually helping build the solution. Take GitHub. They're not just using MCFP for their own stuff. They've actually released their own official open-source MCFP server for everyone to use. And they're helping build those trusted registries we just talked about. They're helping build a foundation for everyone. And this quote from Demis Hassabis at Google DeepMind really says it all. MCP is becoming the standard for what's being called the agentic era. And what does that mean? It's the era where AIs stop being just chatbots that answer questions and start becoming agents that can actually go out and do things for you in the digital world. So that's where we are.
And it leaves us with this massive question. Will MCP become that rock-solid foundation for this new world of intelligent AI agents? Or will the security challenges, that whole Wild West aspect of it, hold it back? We don't know the answer yet. But the race to figure it out is on, and the outcome is pretty much going to define the next decade of AI for all of us.